Hey everybody, it is Tuesday evening. I've had a very long, busy day and have not had time to do anything here in the fish room today, but I did want to shoot a little bit of video real quick showing one of the things that I just think is fantastic. I absolutely love these little sculpin fish, and if we can do this without scaring anybody too much, I want to show you one sculpin is lying right there. Well, we just scared him. We got another one that is right there, and hopefully before he goes away we'll get a look at my little frog. If you can see, right there is my little, one of my little dwarf frogs. He's hanging out in the bushes and has his little nose sticking up out of the water, so he's getting plenty of free air to breathe. And then of course there on the leaf, I guess you can see that. Right there is the other sculpin. So I've actually got 4 of them in this tank, and we've seen those 2. And if we drop down below the water level a little bit and have a look in there, we might actually be able to spot some more hanging out on the various bits of woodwork. You can see another one of my little frogs sitting right there. So I just did a big water change. In fact, I did a series of water changes on this tank yesterday and got the water all nice and clear. And I know you can't really tell by looking at this video, you know, by lack of comparison, but for my regular viewers, you'll notice that the tank is getting pretty tannin stained again already, and it's been, a little over 24 hours since we did the water change, and we're getting water that already looks like this. So nothing special tonight. I just wanted to get a look at those fish while they were sitting out and about like that. In fact, that frog we were looking at could have very well been the same frog as the one we were looking at is no longer up here, and I didn't see it swim down, so that may have gone underwater while I was readjusting my position. So we might have been looking at that same frog twice. If that's how that came out on video, I don't know. But I'm going to zoom in one time, hopefully on this sculpin before it swims away, and we'll get a nice good close look at it. Sitting just under the surface of the water. I'd say its eyeballs there, or its forehead, whatever you want to call that, is half an inch, maybe a quarter inch under the surface. Just how close it'll let me get before it swims away. I really love the massive pectoral fins. They almost look like wings. I'm sure it has to do with the fact that they live in very fast-moving waters, typically, you know, streams and riverbeds. And those huge fins like that, just like wings, actually probably do give them a lot of downforce depending on how they position them. And it probably holds them against the bottom. It holds them against rocks and stuff. So he's probably not going to move. And you will also notice, if you're a regular viewer, how little water flow we've got already. Again, this is supposed to be a waterfall, not a trickle, and yet you can see we've actually got dry rubber material right there. That should have a stream of water flowing across it, and yet it's dry. So while I got you here, may as well go ahead and do it. We're going to go ahead and disturb this little sculpin. Let's see him swim away. And we're going to go ahead and just pull this filter out. I don't have a filter to replace it with at the moment, but we're going to pull this out so you can see how nasty it looks. It turns into a solid mass. It's just gross. And that's just dripping in this tank down here. That's not hurting anything. But almost immediately you can see that water flow start to pick up. And we're probably not going to get a full vigorous flow coming down over this end. I've got so much stuff piled up in there now that it's blocking most of the water, which is why you see so much of the water flow coming down across the front. It's actually supposed to sort of flow to the right, flow down there, and then flow in that channel back down to the left, and then come out into this basin down here. And what we actually wind up getting is most of it just flows right over the front right there, and we wind up getting all that flow right there. So that's the increase in water flow. That was without me getting in there and actually cleaning the pump. That was just pulling the filter out. Once I get in there and knock the debris loose out of the pump and put a new piece of filter pad in there, we'll probably get even a little more vigorous flow than this. So that's it. I'm going to get on with my evening. I got a lot to get done. I haven't even started tinkering around with anything in here. I haven't fed anybody. Haven't even had dinner myself yet. And it is already pushing 8 o'clock. So I'm going to get going and say thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss anything I got coming up. And you just never know what it's going to be with me. So if you're subscribed, you won't miss any of it. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you real soon in the next one.